Alright guys, so here is a brief repeat of question 17 to 21. I noticed some person said in the last video I made, the audio was not good for those questions, so I'm going to have to repeat it. I apologize for that. So let's look at question 17. We are given a diagram, although not drawn to scale. We are told that O is the center of the circle, NST, and that the lines NT, which is here, NT from here to here, and ST are equal. All right. So if angle NTS is 36, we are told to find this angle marked T. All right. So how do I go about that? Now, without solving, I know that the answer for T is going to be 36 degrees as well. How? If you look at this, you see that this is a chord, right? NS is a chord, and you see this line, all right? This particular line that cuts the chord. Now, the angle that is made between the chord and this line, all right, this angle is equal to the angle that is also subtended by the chord at the circumference. All right, so it's a theorem. So when you have a chord, this is a circle, this is a line. When you have a chord subtending an angle at the circumference, the angle that is subtends here at the circumference will also be equal to the angle between the chord and this line, which are called the tangents. All right. So that's how we get 36 degrees. All right. Now, for question number 18, it says a sphere has a radius of 3 centimeters. So find in terms of pi its volume. So what's the formula for volume of a sphere? Volume of a sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cube. So we are told to find in terms of pi, which means we are going to leave pi as pi, and I will only put my arrow as 3 in the question. So that is 4 over 3 times pi times 3 times 3 times 3. So 3 cancels one of the 3. I'm left with 4 times pi times 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 here is 9. 9 times 4 is 36. So that gives me 36 pi centimeters cube. Alright, so that's pretty straightforward. All you need to do is to know the formula and you are good to go. Now question number 19 says to arrange the following numbers in ascending order of magnitude. So what that means is we have different numbers in different bases. We have base 2, base 8, base 5, and I'm told to arrange it in ascending order, which means from the smallest of these numbers to the biggest. So how do I know which of them is the smallest? I will have to convert all of them to a uniform base, which is base 10, and then I can compare what they are. All right, so I'm going to have to convert 110 in base 2. I'm going to convert it to base 10. This is 0, 1, 2. So I'm going to have 1 times 2 raised to the power 2 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power 1 plus 0 times 2 raised to the power 0. So 1 times 2, 2 raised to the power 1 times 2 raised to the power 2 is the same as 1 times 4. All right, which is 4 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power 1. 2 raised to the power 1 is the same as 2. So 1 times 2 is 2 plus 0 times 2 raised to the power 0. Everything is going to be 0. So this first number is 6. Now let's convert 31 in base 8 to base 10. I'll give it powers 0 and 1. So I have 3 times 8 raised to the power 1 plus 1 times 8 raised to the power 0. So 3 times 8 raised to the power 1 is the same as 3 times 8, which is 24, plus 1 times 8 raised to the power 0. 8 raised to the power 0 is 1, because anything raised to the power 0 is 1. So this is the same thing as 1 times 1, which is 1. So 24 plus 1 is 25. All right. And the third number, 42, in base 5. So I give it powers again. I'm going to have 4 times 5 raised to the power 1 plus 2 times 5 raised to the power 0. All right. So 4 times 5 is 20 plus 2 times 5 raised to the power 0 is 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. So I have this as 22. So my numbers are 6, 25, and 22. I'm told to arrange it in ascending order from the smallest to the highest. So the smallest number here is 6, which corresponds to 110 in base 2, followed by 22, which corresponds to 42, and then 31. So that is option B. All right. So let's look at question number 20. It says a notebook of length 15 centimeters was measured by a student as 16.8 centimeters. Calculate correct to two decimal places the percentage error in the measurement. All right. So what's the formula for percentage error? Percentage error is equals to the wrong measurement, let me call it, or error, anyone you call it, minus the actual measurement or the correct value all over the actual measurements times 100. All right. So it's pretty much straightforward. So the error we are giving, the students measured it as 16.8 centimeters. That was his error. All right. So 16.8 minus the actual measurement, which is given as 15, all over the actual measurement, which is 15, times 100. Right. So when you subtract 16.8 minus 15, you're going to have 1.8 over 15 times 100. Right. Which is the same thing as 180 over 15, which is going to give you 12%. Right. So we have 12% as the percentage error, which is option A. All right. And then for this last question, so question number so in question number 21, we have a figure here and we are told to find the value of m in this diagram. If we notice from the diagram, you can see that these two lines are parallel, so I can actually extend it doesn't matter. So these two lines are parallel. All right, let me erase some of these things here so it's clear for us to see. So these two lines are parallel to each other. I'm looking for this angle m. All right, I can as well extend this line that cuts across them. I can as well extend it doesn't matter. All right, so since this way is right angled triangle, it means this side is also a right angled triangle. All right, and if we look at this line, you see it cuts across two parallel lines. So the angle formed here is going to be alternate to the angle formed this way. Alternate angles are equal. So this place is going to be 40 degrees. So if you notice, this particular place is unknown. I'll call it X. But I have my 90 degrees here. I have 40 degrees and I have X. So some of the angles in a triangle, 90 degrees plus 40 plus X will give me 180 degrees. All right. So that's X being equals to 180 minus 90 plus 40 is 130. So 180 minus 130. So X is equals to 50 degrees. All right. So if I have X as 50 degrees, sum of angles on the straight line tells me that angle M plus 50 degrees should give me 180. So if I subtract, you see that I'm going to have my M as 180 minus 50. All right. Sum of angles in a triangle is what I used here, and that gives me 130 degrees, which is option B. So I hope you understand this now. Thank you very much, guys, for your patience.